Hey everyone, and welcome to Uncharted Realms' Friday event. I'm Brent alongside the awesome, the one and only streamer to be named, and the awesome production studio here. Excited because we got round one coverage of Uncharted Realms' Armory Blitz event on this fine Friday evening. The weather turns a little bit warm. It was real nice. The sound of fall and slash into the winter was in the air, and it was pretty awesome. It was pretty great. And what's awesome is we got more flesh and blood coming your way today, so hopefully you're excited just as much as I am for some awesome flesh and blood action. We got Donghi as our Briar player here on turn one against Kenneth on the Ira. Kenneth said today he's trying to snipe down Oscar, even though he has a negative win rate. Trying to get back in on that. Sorry for putting him on blast like that, Kenneth. Sorry for putting you out there like that, but you'll get it. I had to throw him out there because he marked up that mat that you see in front of us. I told him. So Donkey came in with the nice lightning. Nice to start with the lightning, and entwine lightning into a weave lightning into a ball lightning. It's a very bright turn for him. So Kenneth blocked up most of it, as is likes to do on turn number 0 for yourself. But Briar did sneak a little bit of damage in with that ball lightning, got the extra effects there. And so Kenneth falls to 17. Donghi makes an embodiment of Earth and continues his turn. He'll likely pitch and come in with the Rosetta Thorn for 2 and 2. So we take a look at equipment here. Donghi's rocking the Skull Cap, the Bloodsheath Skeletta, the Grasp of the Arcanites, and the Snapdragon Scalers. So a lot of armor there for Donghi and a lot of good effects. He can pitch 3 mainly to make a rune chant with his Grasp, and his Snapdragons will allow him to give something 0 cost go again. Kenneth, as you can point out, is not rocking any Arcane Barrier. Oscar, yeah, damn. Well, we know who Oscar's rooting for. And it's not our ninja friends. Oscar thinks Ken is just gonna lose. How are you doing there? Kenneth here says he's already misplayed somehow. He has a tunic, a counter on his tunic, and chipping away. So we'll see. Yep, he had forgot the Goliath Gauntlet. So loses the chain, no mask momentum here. Goliath Gauntlet does break the chain, but double Kadachi's coming in. So that was 3 damage there in a Donghi. Martin, yeah, this is the reason why, but usually you see the Goliath Gauntlet prior to the Kadachis, so that way it's a command and conquer with potential mask trigger. Yeah, you see it also with like the flying kicks and the other twofers there. But Kenneth still came in. It's still a pretty quick one here. I don't know if we'll even jump to another table at this rate, because oh boy. So yeah, Donghi's sitting at 9 to Kenneth's 15. What an explosive couple of turns, 2 of them. So we're in Donghi's second, and we're going off crazy. Plunder run into Nimblism into Snatch. This is 7 go again. Woo! On hit, draw a card. That's pretty good. Yeah, the Goliath Gauntlet is a nice tech there, Martin. Just adds in on the damage, as you see with the Goliath Gauntlets, the flying kicks, mainly. It's looking for those ones. And just in the Blitz format, it's like, hey, instead of the like kind of mid-rangey defensive Ira, it's just like, hey, I don't need all those defense reactions. I'm going straight for your face, and that's exactly what Kenneth did. But Donghi's coming back. Donghi's coming back. I believe this is Snatch for 7, right? Because that didn't come out of Arsenal. Yeah, Snatch for 7. Although I did say no less defense reactions by there's that flick back. I had you change it from 7, and it went right up to 10 as you did it. Because that's a lightning press. So Kenneth will take 3. He'll fall to 12. Donghi gets his embodiment and will draw a card off the Snatch. And we might just see a Rosetta Thorn coming in. Oh, excuse me, draws 2 from the Snatch and the Plunder Run. So we might get another attack and the Thorn here. Most likely Scar for a Scar. It has go again. That's for 4. You'll love it. Kenneth throws the combo card in front of it. Blocks in 5 total. That'll be 1 left in hand there. Gotta love the flick flacks. They make things very nice and easy for the Ira player. Being able to block with combo is pretty nice. Oh, Donghee's not going with the Thorn here. That's 2 free damage he's giving up. He likes that card in Arsenal instead, so that might be a plunder run. Kenneth sigils out of Arsenal, gains 3, goes up to 15, passes away. Then over to Donghee. He did remember to take up his Tunic, so Tunic is at 2. So Martin, who do you have? Do you have our Goliath Gauntlet BD Ira, or do you have Mr. Donghee on Briar? I think even though Donghee went first, I think he might get this. Even though he's down 6 points in life. So the plunder run came out of hand. We haven't seen this we haven't seen the Arsenal yet. Donghee's going Scar for Scar, so 4 go again because he's at less life. Kenneth will block 3 of it, take 1. That generates an embodiment. Hopefully Briar does get errata later, so it's only Runeblade cards that trigger the ability. I think that would be a nice evening effect. But right now we're going to have to live with the Cheerios. As you see, Donghee's being very classic with it. Only has pitched 1 card so far this game. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But hey, what can you do? What can you do about it? So there are answers out there for it. I will say that Nimblism Red out of hand. +3 to the next attack. And Exude Confidence coming in. Starting in for 7. Kenneth immediately no blocks. Donghee does not pump it up. I did have go again. Donghee generates another embodiment. So Kenneth, he's trying to tank a whole bunch of damage here. Use that health as a resource. Anything that's not Briar, yeah. Martin voting for the Ira unexpectedly. I'm shocked. I am shocked. Well, it's good to have you here, Martin, even if you are voting for the Ira. E-Strike out of Arsenal. Donghee should select draw, which he does. So another 5 coming at Kenneth, and Donghee will Snapdragon these. Yep, Snapdragons it away. That gives it go again. Kenneth did throw the mask in front of that, so it takes 3, falls to 4. Embodiment goes up to 3, so a nice blocking turn for Donghee on the next turn if he even needs to. Arcanic Crackle to follow it. Okay, doesn't even want the Thorn. Still 4 damage. I think the guaranteed 2 would have been good. That leaves your opponent dead, guaranteed, to the Thorn on another turn. But Kenneth's still actually going to fall to 2. He throws a Tunic in front of it. Chips down to 2. Donghee at 9. Makes another embodiment there if he wants to. I think he missed his last embodiment there, but that's okay. Kenneth lets us know about freaking time. Yeah, it is. I mean, I'll be real, Martin. It does take away an aspect of the game that's incredibly important. Kenneth gets to start in, I believe Kenneth's actually at 2. I believe. I'm not sure it matters, but I believe he is at 2. Both these Kodachis, Donghee takes it up. Now we see Kenneth's version of it. I will say though that when you print cards for free, Magic found the same way. Magic found out the same way that when you allow cards to be played for free, things start to go wild. So Kenneth here, we saw Snapdragon to Snatch to give it go again, and then E-Strike out of Arsenal, putting a card from hand on bottom. I'm forgetting the 1 Arcane. He's at 1. Okay, thank you. That's why I'm here and not the guy playing or doing the numbers, you know. Kenneth just lets Donghee know he makes the Arcane and he wins. So we'll see that wrap up. I got sort of close. Kenneth found 3/4 of his opponent, or excuse me, 4/5 of his opponent's life total. So oh my god, I almost said 3/4, didn't I? That was That was wild. Actually, it was 3-4. Whoops, my bad. I was right the first time and I messed it up. Dongy, close it out with some arcane. See, this is why I don't do the math. I'm sorry, fellas. Oh, stay in school. Believe me. Woo! So that closes out here for round number 1. Even though fractions weren't quite there, at least for me. But Dongy showing case in Briar's still strong. Briar's still strong. Yeah, you're right, Martin. Roasting them out with the arcane, with the wizard. Get all that spelly action. Just throwing shade, or actually throwing fire at people. But that's getting a little bit too roleplay with it, to be fair. You know, I play it for the salt of the players. Big on spelling. Oh, that was good. That was good. I'm getting spelling for, yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Producer man's getting throwing some heat this way because I always correct on some of the grammar. So a little double entendre there with the wizard gameplay as well. But yeah, all good stuff though. Absolutely gotta love. I can't wait for Everfest. I hope everybody's excited about Everfest too. I can't wait because I can't wait about Everfest because that's a nice one with the spelling. You're getting credit over here. You're getting credit. Yeah. So I can't wait for Everfest because I can't wait for some more wizard stuff because boy, you just keep giving me streamlined combos. Increase my damage output and I'll keep going crazy. I think the highest I've done so far, like the highest legitimate in a game at Nationals, was 46 damage represented on one turn. How mad is that? Yeah, all natural on that one too. Just sometimes you just get into it. So I mean, I know in Blitz, like I look at, there's 18 damage, 14 damage, 24 damage combinations. Some of it's through block, some of it's not, but it's a lot of fun to figure out. But that closes us out here for round number 1. I'm gonna get me a little drink of water and get prepared because we got some awesome times. Did a 48 damage turn with Death Dealer on Lightning Lexi. Ooh, that sounds like some freaking fun. Yeah. Actually, nothing. It had Martin. It had nothing to do with Stir in the Forks, for me at least. But yeah, Stir in the Forks and the Blazing. That turns pretty big with no additional pumps. You're looking at 10, 20, 40. If you do the double pump, which I assume you would, you're looking at 14, 28, 56. Yeah, 56. Yeah, or 58. If you add in the additional Metacarpus pumps, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm all about it. I love it. That's pretty good. I have not gotten that in a game yet. I don't play a lot of Classic Constructed, to be fair. I play mainly Blitz, but I like this 48 damage Death Dealer combination. That sounds like some freaking juice. Sounds like some juice to me, but oh boy, you might have to let me know what are the core pieces to that. I'd love to see that combination down. I think I know a little bit about it, but not much. But yeah, Martin, I did not play the Stir Fort in Classic Constructed because to me it's just too slow. I never want to see a forked off the top. You're just blind. I'm okay with Stir. I do play one Stir, I think, in the main board, and I do have the forked lightnings there on the side. But generally for Classic Constructed, I'm rocking a lot of streamlines, 1-for-3s and the like there. Yeah, mainly streamlined 1-for-3s. So I believe it's probably the snap. It's the snapshot Death Dealer where you can redo it, and there's got to be some sort of draw effect in there.
The Death Dealer. Yeah,
Death Dealer does as well. And yeah, but you gotta get more than that to get 48 on the Lightning Lex. You're gonna have to go ham. You don't think?
You have all 3 colors, so you can just.
Oh, you think all snapshots, all in the back of snapshot? Yeah. That could be fair. No Stir Blazing? No, I do the Blazing, not forked lightning. No forked lightning. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, how did I manage the combo? If I can remember correctly, let me try to place it back together. It was obviously out the back of a double blazing. I think I ended up and it was with a sonic boom. I do remember that. So I think it was like in let me see. Let me try to run the numbers again on it. So I did the 23. That was doubled. I think it was on the back of the double blazing aether. It was. And then into, I believe, with the lessons to get it on top. I'm trying to place it. It's been a second since I did it. Obviously, it was at the beginning of the month. Yeah, it was definitely flare. Yeah. I mean, you pretty much hit it there with the sort of the flare with lessons. I believe I did the sonic boom into some blazing for that one for sure. I'm trying to place it now. I'm trying to get the exact combination because I had 23 into a blazing. Let me see here. Start with the aether flare. Red pumps. Goes to 4 on the next one. Oh, no, I double pumped it. So it would be 4 or 5. So that makes 10, 11. No, excuse me. So 5. And then the next one gets pumped by 5. Plus 3 is 8. So there's 13. Yeah, there it is. So there's 13 into the blazing aether, into a blazing aether after that. So, oh, we're already all finished. Oh God, I've been yapping. So Martin, it was somewhere along the lines of a double pumped aether flare into sonic boom and a blazing. How it was set up. I think if I'm doing my math correctly, I'm trying to think about it. Ooh, yo. So we're gonna get round 2 is getting paired. Give me a second. What's up? No. Oh, round 2 is paired. Let me get that going, and I'll be back. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Martin, it was a lot of fun. You know, it turns out you should probably take some arcane barrier, even in classic constructed, but it was against the Briar, so I wasn't too upset about it. I felt kind of sorry for the guy because it was the winning in for day 2. So I felt really sorry for him, but then again, I didn't because I punted a couple games earlier. So I was like, I had punted already another one of my, like, I was winning in for like 3 games and I had punted one of them and I was like, oh well. So, but yeah, dude, I love stringing together the combinations and it was somewhere along that lines because I do know I sonic boomed into it too. So with the talismanic lens stacking, I think I also had an eye. Like the pieces like of Exodia just came together for it. I'll tell you what, I was like, damn, dude. Like, and I killed him way earlier than the whole 48. But I showed him, or not the 48, the 46, I think is what it was. And I showed him the extra bit after that. So however it mathed out that I got it, it was there. So it was that was a fun one. So, all right, let me get this round going, and I'll be right back. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Uncharted Realms' Friday events. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named in the awesome production studio. Excited because we got round 2. Round 2 is featuring a very familiar face for most of us here on the stream. Oscar has made his way back to table 1. He's going to grace us with the Dorinthia yet again. Not really surprised there. Doesn't mix it up, just goes with the tried and true. Nothing wrong with that. Justin, rocking on the cool, awesome, very bellowing Reinar. Rawr. He's going to try to Wolverine him down with the claws. Barrage him down is what I should have said, because there's a barraging bighorn to start there. Justin will be our turn 1 player. A little bit awkward in Blitz, but that's exactly what Brute wants to do in Blitz, because Reinhardt, actually specifically, he can intimidate enough cards out of the hands sometimes to be able to just get those free attacks. And so a lot of times it's just free damage. And we found out with the Tales of Aria sealed meta that free damage just is OP. Yeah, I can confirm that with the Classic Constructed. We were having a nice Classic Constructed talk actually with the Wizard stuff. Martin and I were kind of wizarding out there, stroking our long beards and tipping our pointy hats. If you're that kind of wizard, maybe you're just the wizard on the card. The Flesh and Blood wizards, though, they're just kind of cool. I'll be real. I've seen that card art. But anyways, Justin came in with that Barraging Bighorn. Didn't really do much else after that. Passed the turn out. Did not even arsenal a card. And passed away. Justin's rocking the Arcanite Skullcap, the Heartened Cross Strap, the Goliath Gauntlets, and the Scab Skin Leather. Oscar, he's rocking the normal equipment. Do I really need to say it? I will. The Arcanite Skullcap, the Courage, the Braveforge Bracers, and the Refraction Boulders. That's Courage of Blade Hold there. So Oscar, on his turn 1, he is our tempo player. Started with the Sharpened Steel into Dawnblade to make a nice, meaty, jabby 6. We just saw a 6 from our Reinhardt player, but Dorinthea's like, hold my beer, I'll do the same thing. So Justin here, block 6, triggers Reprise. Oscar's gonna Razor's Reflex, rocking his new Dorinthea style. Well, I shouldn't say new anymore. It's more of it's almost just the current, just the is version. So Oscar then, because it hit, went with the Refraction Boulders, gave it go again, and comes right back in for 3. So Justin blocks 3. Triggers Reprise again. Oscar says block's good. No counters for this man. Not today. No. But that does take 3 cards out of the hand there for Justin, leaving him with just the 1 in hand that he arsenals. So Oscar, a free 3 damage tempo turn, plus 1 extra intellect on his turn, but is now missing the crucial Refraction Boulders to give his Dawnblade go again on hit. Who do you guys have in this matchup? Do you have the Oscar or do you have the Justin, the Reiner, or Dorinthea? I think my vote's going Dorinthea. Not just because Oscar is a very good player, but because Dorinthea being on the tempo turn is very, very strong. And Dorinthea by itself is just extremely strong. And I think Brute does struggle a little bit in the game right now, in the formats, but has a chance. Justin here is blocking 5. That triggers Reprise. Now, Oscar's version is going to be a little bit less attack reaction-y, but he does still have a healthy number of them. Oscar's going deep into the tank on this one. His Dawnblade already has go again. It needs to hit if he wants to swing it again. Oscar calls it good, so he's going to rock regular generic. Actually, no, passes it. Doesn't have the generics in hand. Oh boy, that is wild there. Very interesting from Oscar. Keep an eye on Oscar's hand and what comes out here on the block and on the next swing back turn, because you don't normally see that. Must have been a complete nombo of a hand. But that gives Justin an opportunity. He gets in there for free, just 1 card out of the hands. Means he's got 3 in hand to work with and 1 in arsenal, which is crucial for Brute. Justin hasn't rolled these. Oh no, did he roll? No, hasn't rolled the leathers yet. He's just blocked with them. Would love to see him roll it. Barraging Beatdown. Gonna start with an Intimidate. Second one's gone there. As called out. So while this attack is defended by less than 2 non-equipment cards, it's gonna get plus. I believe that's the yellow version. So I think plus 3. Didn't catch it, but attacks coming in for 7. There was another Intimidate there. See if we can't get. Oh, so it was the blue version. Yep, as you already said, that should be. Well, anyways, we'll figure that out there. If you can call it out there, if you recognize it, let me know. Oscar's gonna block 6. I guess he did not Intimidate. I'm sorry, because there wasn't a 6 power in there. So it was not a second Intimidate, just the first one. Oscar took 1 damage for that. Gets his card back at the end of the turn. After Justin passed it away. So not as meaty as I thought it might be there from Justin. I think you take the risk with the scab skins every turn. Just in case. You never know, you get those extra claw attacks. Can make or break the game. That is for sure. Oscar's coming in with a naked Dawnblade. Remember, last turn did not fire it away. And we do see that there's a Steelblade Supremacy that he blocked with. So, pretty wild. Justin's no blocks on the naked 3. Into route. It's possible Oscar just didn't have the resources for it and didn't want to fire it. So make some tech choices there. Justin falls to 11 after taking 6, and that will be it for Oscar. So Justin using his health pool as a resource, allowing him to keep all these cards in hand to do crazy brute stuff. Sand sketch plan is what we start. He's going to search. It's going to go to his hand and then he potentially discards it. Or another card that has 6 or more power to gain 2 action points. Who needs the leathers when you got a plan? Sometimes it just helps to draw it out in the sand and, kind of get around to it. We did a lot of that in my previous few years. Oh boy, that brings back some wild memories. Good old military life there. I tell you what, too much drawing in the sand. Those PSYOP guys wouldn't know anything about it. They live in the Kush life. Throwing some shade at James, but that's okay. I'm Justin. Ooh, the Kush, yeah. All right. So we get a discard. It is 6 or greater, so it will generate 2 action points here for Justin. Look at them apples. So still 3 cards in hand. 1 in arsenal. Speaking of which, is a barraging beatdown. Another of the blue variety. So we'll get another intimidate and a plus. A +2. Goliath Gauntlet. So Justin still has 2 action points. Alpha Rampage. There's an intimidate. 2 of them. Reinhar's intimidate technically goes first. Justin starts vanishing. Oh god, he's taking a lot of damage. He's taking 4 already. As it's slowly coming up, we don't normally see brutes, so the display is not having a lot of fun trying to find these cards. So the reason why Justin was pulling stuff off the top is because he put Beast Within into the graveyard from anywhere other than the combat chain. So he started taking stuff off the top and he loses a life. Until he finds one with 6 or more that he then puts in the hand. So Justin ended up losing 6 there. Oh boy, that's unfortunate. Or he lost, he lost 6. Down to 6, actually. I think you have him at 9, but I believe he's at 6. Yep, there you go. And then Alpha Rampage also had an Intimidate there as well. Oscar throws equipment in front of it. Only has 1 card in hand potentially available to block with. So Oscar will take quite a bit of that and fall to 8. It was plus up by the barraging beatdowns and the Goliath Gauntlets as well. So, yeah, there you go. Math coming in. Math is hard, fellas. Math is hard. So, Justin's not doing anything else with his action points. Just lets it go and arsenals the card and draws up. I feel like maybe could put a little bit more pressure on there considering he took a lot of damage from the beast. But we'll decide that he likes that attack better, puts it in the arsenal, and passes the turn up. Now, Justin does have his Skull Cap available to block for 2 if he needs it. Oscar now, since he's already used most of his equipment to block with, goes to pop the Courage to make this Dawnblade come in for free. Effectively reduces its resource cost by 1. Well, it only has 1, so 1 minus 1, if my Kano math is correct, makes 0. Justin throws 4 on top of it. Triggers Reprise. Because he did come with the card out of the hands. He could have blocked with the Scabskin Leathers, to be fair, to make the same 4. I'm a little bit surprised there. Glint the Quicksilver means this Dawnblade gains Go again, and since Reprise was active, Oscar draws a card. So Iron Song ups it to 6. That means 2 over at the moment here. Justin is going to sink a card to rally the rear guard. There it is. Once per turn, instant, discard a card. Rally. The rear guard gains +3. Pretty cool. Nice generic kind of flex. It's got 6 power too, so pretty cool addition here. I like this from Justin. What a tech choice. Oscar, though, follows up with an Out for Blood and an Out for Blood. Double. There's 2 of them there. That's an extra 6. Puts it up to 12. Right now, Justin's taking 5. Oh, boy. That puts Justin down to 1. And this Dawnblade will be able to swing again for free. The Out for Blood also pumps the Dawnblade by an additional 1. I think this might just end up doing it. This Dawnblade is pretty meaty, and there is still a card there in the defense, or in the arsenal there for Oscar. So, shows the Out for Blood triggers, puts the 1 resource into the bracers, and gets to come in for 6 on the Dawnblade for free. Justin needs 6 block in hand. He does have the Scab. Scab can block for 1. Can only block 3, 4 with the Scab skins. That's it. That's game. Oscar sneaks it in there. We did not get to see what he arsenaled, though. I'm a little sad. Justin took too much damage on that Beast Within. Sometimes the Beast Within is just a little bit too scary. You know, we all got to fight with those inner demons. And in Justin's case, the inner demons won. Unfortunately. Oscar will definitely take that and move on. We may get to see more of him. For those that like the Dorinthia, don't go anywhere. He is likely gonna be back here. Let's see how many games we got left going. How many are still available? I can give you guys a roundup when the next round's coming down. Only 2. Only waiting on 2. So should be pretty quick again. Oh, waiting on 1 actually. Waiting on 1. So waiting on 1. So the round should come pretty quick. Don't go anywhere. It's pretty awesome. We're having a great time. Uh-oh, didn't my... Nope. Still waiting on the 1. So, should be a great time. Oscar and Justin having a nice, friendly talk about it. Oscar's actually explaining why he just passed that turn there. And we can see just was not going to quite get there and didn't have the resources for the overpower and the arsenal slot there. So, if you're wondering why that turn happened, I certainly was. Oscar just showed it up right there, but... that closes out here for round number 2. Don't go anywhere. 4 more awesome rounds of Flesh and Blood Blitz action coming your way. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Uncharted Realms' Friday event. We're in round number 3, and I'm Brent alongside streamer to be named. Excited! So we got more Flesh and Blood coverage for you. Oscar, yet again, no surprise there. On the Dorinthia against Leo. On the new fashionable awesome Briar. He looks a little bit more into the potential little mixture Briar here, because he's got that Spellbound Creepers and I see some blue earth pitches, so we might get a nice fun Briar look here. Sorry for the no Kano, I don't think tonight. I did look through, I didn't see any. I hopefully stand corrected there, but we will I guess we will find out. I think it's just mainly Briar as our magic or arcane damage option. So, speaking of which, Leo was our turn 1 player. Oscar was our tempo player again, which I think gives him the advantage even against the Briar. No surprise, Sharpened Steel and a Dawnblade. Great start there after getting a chance to mulligan his original hand. Oscar did. Leo did give him that opportunity, but snuck away a damage for free. Leo gonna go no blocks here, so we're gonna have another quick and fast one here for you guys. It's gonna go, it's gonna be very back and forth. Oscar noticing that as well, breaks his refraction borders to give that Dawnblade go again already. Puts a pump into the bracers, uses the other resource in the Dawnblade, so this one's coming in for 4. But welcome in everybody. I hope you guys are doing fine. Who do you have winning this? Do you agree with me and it's the Oscar, or do you think the Briar is going for it? I know Martin doesn't want the Briar to win, so he's definitely voting for the Dorinthia. I think that's awesome that you're representing Kano in CC there. If you haven't checked it out yet, check out the Italian Nationals event results. Kano ended up winning it with some very interesting headpiece equipment. So take a look at that. It was some awesome ragamuffins, and I can dive more into that if anybody's interested on that. But I think that was an awesome tech addition. Oh, voting for Dory always? Yeah, that's fair there. That's fair as well. As we go to Leo's turn, he's down by 9 because he took up all of these Dawn Blade hits. He's going to try. He thinks he's got a better damage hand back. And you know what? Starts pretty good. Scar for a scar. Go again thanks to being less life. Means that's free 4 damage coming across. Into a Ravenous Rabble. Oh, sees the red on top. That's a very good opportunity to see red. So 4 go again. Lots of 0 for 4s. At least it's not the double Ravenous Rabble back to back. I had that the other day in Blitz, and that was very fun to deal with. Ended up winning that one, to be fair. Turns out when you can just roast somebody out for 20 life on their instep with no cards in hand, it kind of just sucks for them. Anyways, Leo, Lightning Surge out of Arsenal. Another 0 for 4 go again. 2 embodiments created already. 2 cards left in hand. 2 counters on the Tunic. 1 counter on everything else. Leo comes with some meaty damage. You know his arcane damage is all for free, so the Rosetta Thorns and Rune Chants will all be guaranteed to get there, while Oscar is at greater life total than Leo. Once Oscar falls below, he'll have the opportunity to pay 3 to block 1. Yeah, with the Ragamuffins, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly. I think the best thing about the Briar meta, and the one reason and I'm greedy for not wanting it to change, but nobody is taking the barrier. And nobody can pay for it because it got all super racy and super quick. Oscar took the 4, falls to 7. So I think it's awesome. I'm a huge fan of it. Because it's on the Kano. Gotta be. Leo's only coming in for 2 because no non-attack action here. So he should have actually done the I think he forgot, and so he missed the Arcanic Crackle. Skullcap blocks the 2 physical there. So Leo technically left 2 physical on the board. Also, it could have knocked his opponent down to 5. We'll see if that actually really ends up mattering at the end of the day. It might not. Leo draws back up, passes the turn over there. He's got the 3 embodiments. So non-attack actions are going to get pretty meaty here. A 2-card non-attack action block could maybe just shut everything down. It's going to be in for 6. 2 from the Spoils of War, which gives this attack +2 and go again. And 4 from the Dawnblade itself because of that additional +1 power counter. So I'm glad you like the Ragamuffins. I'm very interested in that. I'm very interested into Sonic Boom in the Ragamuffins, using Ragamuffins, put a tome back on top. I think there's so many options there to do. Leo's getting a graveyard check there. Getting some Oracle readings on Overpower. He's worried about it, as he should. It's pretty spicy. Kind of tells me that Leo maybe doesn't have a lot of non-attack action cards in hand. Kind of what that tells me. Oh, there's an awesome game on the Hong Kong channel. I believe that's the HK channel, right? Is that what you're... That's probably not Hong Kong. That's what I always just see HK, but... yeah. Feathering the skullcap. Feathering the skullcap is incredibly important, and I absolutely love it. So Leo throws a lot of block on there. Thanks to the embodiments of Earth. Not playing around with that one bit. Oscar, it is. Yeah, okay. All right. Just double checking because I know they had their nationals. Was that just last weekend? Just last weekend it was? Yeah, because Taiwan was the weekend before that. Yeah. So I think that's pretty. I'll have to check it out. There was 0 barrier. Yeah, I love being able to feather the skullcap. That's why I remember so many of my opponents thought that their skullcap was active. And I'm like, guys, I started 30 life. Leo Ball Lightning after the Force of Nature. No fusion on this. So there is not going to be any draw effect here. And I don't... Well, I guess he'll be able to use his Tunic to pay for the Thorn to come in for 2 and 2. So... I think that I'll have to check out that game as well. I want to go back and watch the Italian Nationals events, all the ones I can find with that Kano there. I know he did do a sort of a recap. I haven't seen the video yet, but I know it exists. I know his video exists, and we're gonna try potentially to reach out to him and see if he'll come on a video and talk about it. So Leo's coming in with the 2. Oscar blocks with the 2. Leo then comes in with the Thorn for 2 and 2. Oscar takes the 4, no blocks there. Falls to 6. All right, a little bit. Let's clarify some of the life totals here. All right, there we go. We're back. Got that life total discrepancy updated. Yeah, it's Arcbound Geek is I'm in a creators Discord with him, and I saw some of his videos on it. I believe it's probably up. I can check it because I thought he posted on it, or maybe he just was like, "Hey, here's a preview, a little sneak peek potentially." Let me double check and see on that one as Oscar loads it up with Courage, Sharpened Steel, Warriors Valor, Steel Blade Supremacy, John Blade. Holy smokes, that's 11. On hit, go again, draw a card. Wow, Leo doesn't have those non-attack actions anymore. This is gonna be pretty spicy. Let's see here. Let me see if I can't find the video on it. I know we posted it. Let's see here. Nah, yeah, it's kind of him just talking about it. The experience. Maybe we'll get some deck tech or sideboard later like you thought. I absolutely love it though. I think it's awesome. I think when you find Briars, I didn't lose a single Briar matchup. So that's why I'm a big fan of the Briar being in the meta. I was a little bit sad because when I went and played in the Calling, I brought, I did the Kano as well, because why not? Ooh, okay, Leo coming in here with a lot of blocks, including a red Sigil of Suffering, which means Oscar takes 1, falls to 5, and Leo will be able to block it all up. Stay at 10, just put a counter on a Tunic on his turn and pass it back to Oscar. So Oscar takes a damage, but has another turn to give it another kick at the cat, so to speak. Another kick at the cat. Oh, what was the point I was going to use that I totally forgot about? Oh, yeah. Oh, all right, I'll have to weave this back in. Oscar throwing this Dawnblade down for 3. Yeah, so I'm excited. I can't wait to see the video. I want to kind of know how he sideboarded. You're not wrong. Hey, most of us just enjoy it, right? It's one of those things that the guys that try it out and don't enjoy it just don't ever play it, and you have to really just like it. It's not even like a flavor of the month type of thing, like. How many people were playing Chain and dipped out of that so quick? Leo here throwing some blockers in there. Ooh, win the Spellbound Creepers. He can play his next non-attack action card as though it were an instant. He can't do this. Hold on. All right, there we go. Had to go ahead and correct that real quick. Leo did fire off his spellbound creepers, but we needed a block with an attack action card. The ability specifies it. So Leo does 2 arcane back. Oscar falls to 3. Leo gets 2 cards to block with potentially on future blocks or future attacks. Leo's going to be blocking for 5 here. 3 off of the E-Strike, 1 off the Spellbound, and 1 off the Tunic. So you finally got your eye for your Kano. That's awesome. Oh, and it's fully foiled. Oh, you sound like James. Oh, good grief. Good grief. See, I like to go all kind of, I mean, I'm all in one direction or all in the other, and I generally go for the non-fanciness, so the eye is actually the only foiled card in my deck. Oh, Oscar's pumping up, though. He got enough over there. That sends Leo down to 3 after taking 7. Woo! Spiciness from our warrior player. I love the fact that you got the eye as a huge upgrade. I could not, like, I'll be honest with you, though. The eye did screw me one time. It has screwed me one time where I sonic boomed into an eye on top and just ended my turn. After didn't have any more lenses, I already used the lens. Eye on top, sitting with 2 extra cards in hand. Sonic boomed. Eye on top. Well, rip. That game's over. So, into Leo's turn, he's going to Ravenous Rabble. So, that one is a blue. So, this is only for 2. Go again. Oscar can block it easily with the equipment. Yeah, he is, Martin. He's trying to survive through this. If he survives through this game, he stays most likely on table 1 the rest of the night, I'd imagine. If only I had Ragamuffins. You know what? I am not that good of a player, though. You know what? If only I had thought about it. I'm actually a huge consideration for Hope Merchant's Hood. It's actually on my sideboard. I've not actually played it yet in any serious manner. Oh, no, Martin. Yeah. I got my eye for $200 US dollars. I snapped it up when it was a pretty good deal on it, I would say. I'm not sure what it's at now, but I think it's a bit higher than that. In fact, I can actually get an oracle ruling on a nice 200. Yeah, I think that's great there. It is currently a TCG player at 350. That's a little wild. Yeah, but it is. Yeah. Sold 1 at one point there, Austin, for 3. Yeah. I can believe it. All right, so Leo's turn ended. Oscar took 1 on the total. I didn't really have the eye for the turn, to be fair, on the cards Leo played, but these players still going at it. I think Ragamuffins is great. As well, Martin. I think it was an awesome. I saw that and I instantly just knew it. I was like, damn, that is good. It has so much utility to it. I thought, okay, Lens is cool. I think Lens is great as well, but Lens feels really good with the Sonic Boom, but so does Ragamuffins, to be fair. Like, they both feel great. You put that Sonic Boom target from your hand back on top or whatever. There's just so much more utility. With it, you can put tomes back on top, just anything. I love it. Leo overblocks this, jumps it up to 10, just not letting this surprise happen at all. I think it may be a bit extra than he needed to be fair. But Leo's being keeping this warrior honest with it. Whoa, double blazing turn for 35. That's pretty spicy. I love it. Absolutely love it. Leo Tomes to draw. Yeah, I think Ragamuffins just, there's so many times I'll have a card in hand that I wish this was on top, or I wish was in the deck that I could search for with lessons or whatever, or just even knowing that that's like, just knowing, okay, I know the string, I have the string, if one of these was on top instead. I absolutely love that. Just, I'm all about it. Like I said, I'm also all about the Hope Merchants for cycling out dead hands. You don't get too many of them, so I've kind of been toying around with that. But now that I've seen the Ragamuffins, I don't know if I can honestly play the Hope Merchants over Ragamuffins. Oscar, he throws some armor on top of it, falls to 1. Leo passes up, sitting healthily 3. We know Leo plays the Sigils of Suffering, so keep an eye out for that. Felt pretty comfy on 40. Yeah, exactly. No, they're not gonna be happy about that. But that's the best part about playing Kano, as Oscar comes in for 3 on the Naked Dawnblade. You get all that salt, and I love it. But all of my opponents had a great time playing against Kano. Those, more locally, not necessarily, because they play against it a lot, but out and about, those guys were having so much fun playing against Kano. I got 2 or 3 games in a round, because most people, win or lose, were just like, hey, let's run this back. I'm like, yeah, don't have to ask me twice. Leo, block 6. Oscar does a singing Steel Blade, that is. He's either gonna glint this Iron Song, try to get up over the top, depending on what he's still got in hand. Has some meaty cards in hands. Goes up to 7. Once you just come straight over the top and blow this out, bumps it up to 7. And this is gonna get meatier. Oscar just needs to find another 2. And he gets there for the win, which, with 3 cards in hand and a resource floating, I would imagine he can do that. Memorial Ground in the Briar deck, or Remembrance for more lightning. I do like that. I think John actually had talked about doing Memorial Ground and Remembrance for Azalea for the longest time. I think it just fits in Briar. It potentially fits in Briar as well. Oh, Leo had a sigil. Oscar was able to pay for it. That's what you see for the blue overpower in there. Sorry about that. I got distracted. Another Singing Steel Blade out of Arsenal. That pumps it up to 8. I don't know. I don't think he's got another Iron Song. I think we've seen the other one, though. So we'll have to pitch for it. Oscar just needs to find 3 damage. Stroke of Foresight. That pumps it up. Isn't Oscar dead to the sigil, though? Oh, no, he paid for it. Excuse me, he paid for it. Yeah, I already said that. I already paid for it. Oh, man. Woo! Oh, boy, it's a route there, too, in the hands. We could have had a overpowered into route. Oscar, though, super tech, though, always plays it slow. He played around that sigil. You absolutely love it. So we're resolving the stroke, a Foresight Reprise effect there. I absolutely love that. Oscar, though, he could have been dead if he went for the route early, but he held it. He played around the sigil, and that's what kept him alive. Now, it doesn't have any Arcane Barrier anymore, so if Leo finds another sigil, he might not have it, though, because that's both of his reds. But we will see there. Most of the time, you get 2 to 3 rounds in the Blitz armories while others are playing games. Yeah, I usually get about 2 for those that want to play. Sometimes the local guys don't want to play against the Kano too much, but I help them out learning how to kind of navigate the matchup. Most of them respect it with the solid 4 Arcane Barrier. They like to really come in heavy with it. And they definitely respect it in the decks. You know, a lot more of the decks you see online are tweaked out with the streamlines with a lot of the reds, but they do keep a healthy amount of blues available. Yeah. You know what? I'm not against teaching it though. I've been in the same boat of having to like explain cards, teach cards, show people interactions. But you know, being a judge, I do up a lot of explaining anyways. Leo, he's just in the block until he finds sigils, but here's 6 dominate. I don't think Leo can block this one. He blocks for 3 and dies. Oscar gets there on the back of the awesome nourishing emptiness because he has no other attack action cards in his graveyard, being the Dawnblade Dorinthia. So super spicy. I absolutely love it. But yeah, I don't mind explaining cards on the Kano. Oh, Oscar's showing the shunts in the hand too. So if Leo would have came in for the attack on the Thorn. Oh man, it can be, yeah. Yeah, I mean, in the same boat there. As you know, most of the local players are respecting it with the additional blues, but it's good because you know you go around, and most players in the game have not played against a Kano or have not played against a good Kano. So I do find that going to big events, you do have like big openings because people don't expect it. I know one of my opponents in the calling misplayed because they misunderstood what Metacarpus nodes actually did, and so they were super over respecting it and playing around that. I was able to kind of mind game at the ends to not die and force them to block. It got down to the situation where I was like at 1 life and needed them to pitch to block Arcane. I couldn't kill them, definitely did not have it, but they didn't know that, and so they over respected it, and I ended up living and able to kill them back on the next turn after their skull cap turned off. Blitz at the players don't know. Yeah. Nobody knew in CC. Yeah. Oh man. It's okay. I'd say I'm okay with it because I'm, you know, again, being a judge, I do a lot of explaining anyways. I do use Austin. Do the nourishing ideas. But let's close out this round. Oscar takes a solid victory, likely staying on table 1, and gets to make his way into the next round. We're waiting on 1 game there. They have a little bit of a time extension, and then we'll be able to go into round number 4. I think of that. We are blitzing through these games here. It's going quick. So let me switch the screen over. We'll keep chatting about it. Yeah, I mean, only locals really. I do use 1 Nourishing Emptiness in my Blitz deck, but none in the Classic Constructed. I had it on the sideboard for CC, but never actually looked to play it, and I actually think I might have cut it off my sideboard in CC, to be fair. It is absolutely the best card in the mirror in Blitz, or actually in Classic Constructed, to be fair. It is legitimate. I lost my only loss last Saturday was a Kano v Kano, and it was because my opponent found the Nourishing Emptiness, and I still almost got there, but my opponent had the Nourishing Emptiness, and I lost because of it. Got the extra card, had extra block. I sent it. So, and we played it again, and it was literally whoever got the Nourishing first. I mean, to be fair, he nourishing me, and then I got to go on my next turn nourishing you. And then now, of course, I'm in the good seat of being able to fire off. So the biggest reason why I cut it in Classic Constructed is because most people aren't rocking the Null Rune anyways in Classic Constructed, and generally have the armor to block it with the armor and 1 card from hand, which is why I cut it out of my CC deck. And then in CC, I'm rocking more blind off the top, or just more off the top in general than what I usually am in Blitz. So that was the biggest reason there. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong there. Actually, you're not wrong there, Martin. You're not wrong. Whoever gets it first gets it. And it's crazy what card advantage does for you in the Kano v Kano. I'll tell you what, I like to go first in that kind of look. Try to just lay on some damage early. Or no, excuse me, I like to go second in the Kano v Kano. I originally wanted to go first until I threw in the Robe of Rapture. and then I wanted to go second. Because you get the 5, you go up to, so no Arcanite Skullcap, it's just 5 Arcane Barrier, and going second is what I generally do now in the Kano v Kano. There is an idea that you go first, depending on what you think your opponent's going to do on the null rune. If you think you can sneak some damage in there first, obviously go first. But for the most part, going second is pretty good to just get that tempo advantage. Because the moment your opponent plays all the cards out of their hands, it's game over for them in the Kano v Kano. You guys know that. It's just straight done. The minute your shields are down, easy. I'll easily roast you for 15. Yeah. Also, you're not wrong there. The Metacarpus node sticks around until the end step. You are right. Sticking around, it can help with the I'm going off to kill you. You're going to respond to it. Well, I can still pay for it. Yeah, you're right there, Martin. Second is the way. Well, like first for a little bit there before kind of people kind of figured it out. I was actually a big proponent of going first because we were still rocking like skull caps was like the rock for the Kano for the wizard stuff. But then when you realized, hey, you really actually don't want to rock skull cap, stopped going first. Yeah, if you get nourishing turn 1 though, that's just disrespectful. Because I love going, I'm going to play spells off the top, save 2 back for the nourishing or E-pot, the nourishing out after an empty hand of roasting somebody out, letting them pitch for block. And I go, here's my 6 dominate, good luck. And let me draw extra cards and then kill you harder on your next turn. So yeah, it's ridiculous. So that's why I love going second there and just just blocking the stuff and keeping the blues. Like I just, blitz you can get by with just rocking the two card turns for the longest time, so you don't have to get greedy. A lot of times people get greedy in the Kano v Kano and they'll like do their action for the turn and then also try to like string it further with stuff off the top blind. It's just like you can wait. You can rock the 2, hold the 3, hold the barrier, because it really just comes down to who has to spin their cards out of hand to go for the combo first. There's too many times I've won. My opponent's going, I'm going to Stir Fork Lightning you. My opponent goes, and obviously that costs every card from their hands. So then you're just like, okay, I don't care. I will roast you out with no shields up. So draw Nourishing and Eye in the first. Oh my God. Oh, chill with that. Nourishing an Eye in the opening hand. Oh, if I could get that every game, please let me just start stacking the deck, Oh man, see, I told you, John, everybody's Kano lovers. This is the Kano community. Kano, I'm getting some head shakes. It's not getting any approvals, but it's a community. It's a community. Sure. I think Kano community kind of rhymes a little bit, or kind of onomatopoeias itself, or alliteration. Is that the right word I'm looking for? Oh God, shows how much I failed English class. Yeah, it's an alliteration. What's onomatopoeia then? That is the same sound, right? Just Google onomatopoeia. Oh, you can't spell it, can you? I can't spell it either. But thank. Oh, no. Onomatopoeia is, words describing actions that don't exist. Okay, yeah, that's right. Like a buzz or a hum or a... Yeah, okay. Opponent when Stir Forks and you just use Centering Foresight, lethal in response. Yeah, that's pretty good. I actually don't play Centering Foresight in either Blitz or Classic Constructed, surprisingly enough. It might sound wild to you, but I don't. Every single one of my Blitz cards, except my red Stirs, my E-Pots, and my Eye, block for 3. I guess, and the tomes don't only block for 2 as well, because I did re-add the tomes. I actually used to never not have the tomes either. For a little bit there, I was testing around with some stuff. The Tome of Feigned Owls, obviously the Tome of Everyone's, but yeah, most of my cards block for 3. No, there was a time actually that I had every card besides the red stirs, blocked for 3 and Blitz. When it was a very big meta. Yeah, Cindering does kind of suck. That's actually the reason why I cut it. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of people that are super big fans of it, and I think if you're a fan of Cindering Foresight, you should check. You should try out the what am I looking for here? The defense reaction. Ooh, that table just ended. So let me get the next round. Let me get the round going. Like I said, we're blitzing through here on these games. So let me get this going, and then as I'm doing that, I'll talk about it. But let's see. But you still rather play it than the 2-cost blues, except Voltic and Spindle? Yeah, I don't play the blue Aether Spindles. I actually have been a big fan now of Foreboding Bolt. Huge fan of that. You like the red and the control? That's fair. I do think I should have had some on the sideboard for my class constructed list. I do believe that could have helped in setting stuff up. But then again, I also could have maybe just played the red Aether Spindles instead. With the addition of the Foreboding Bolt, I'm gonna say though, like I really like those. Both red and blue variety. So most of my blues are very obviously just the Aether Flare blue, the Foreboding. I think Foreboding is just a sleeper card. I think it's a straight sleeper. All right, 1 second here, guys. I do agree with you there. If Absorb Aether was a 0, it would be awesome. The fact that you had to pay for it is kind of wild, but I do think if you like the Cinderings a lot, there is the possibility that you do pay for it and you get the extra Crucible pump. So if you're already playing on your Instat, I think it was potentially. I think it potentially has a place for itself in some list somewhere. Probably more in the Blitz than the Classic Constructed, because you're really not blocking the Classic Constructed normally anyways. But I do think it probably has a place. Now, again, it might not be the top tier place, but I think it does have a place in some Kano list in Blitz somewhere. Aetherize definitely was considered on the sideboard when Chain was in there, but not anymore, unfortunately, there, Austin. Let me get this match going, and we can talk more during the match. Give me 1 second. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Uncharted Realms' Friday event. I'm Brent alongside streamer to be named, and we are bringing you round 4 coverage of our Armory event tonight of the Blitz variety. Oscar, back at it again. This time he's got a mirror matchup against Hazazi on the Dorinthia v Dorinthia, Warrior v Warrior, beating each other down with their Tom Blades. Oscar was our turn 1 player. He just ended up arsenaling a card in passing. Did not want to allow his opponent a chance to cycle through their cards. That means Hazazi will be our tempo, coming in with a naked Dawn Blade. And I saw your your 2 Aetherizes there in the chat. I think that is absolutely hilarious. Force the Blood Debt on the Chain or the Levia. That's pretty funny. I think that's pretty good. I do say the Aetherize, I thought maybe had a place with Art of War being huge, Chain with the Seeds, all that business, just stopping all that up. But nowadays, I don't know if it has too much place. So, Oscar threw 2 equipment on it, no reprise triggering, but Hazazi's still going to go over the top. Stroke and overpower means Oscar's taking 7 of it, 10 over 3. Oscar falls to 13. Hazazi then passes the turn on that. Didn't want to get too crazy. Didn't want to pop both the Courage and the Refraction Boulders, get another swing, get another counter, but I think Hazazi did smart, didn't go too crazy. Yeah, I think you're right, Austin, there. Shadow is not super common anymore. I don't know if anybody who's really playing Chain that much at all. Oscar, on his turn, he popped the Courage, naked Dawn Blade into his Refraction Boulders. Still has that card in the arsenal there. Follows it up with the red hit and run, so +3 and go again on this attack since it's the since he has attacked with a weapon this turn. Hit and run is actually pretty spicy because as long as if you attack with a weapon, your next attack gets it. So you can add that in. That's why some of the Dorentias you see rocking some of those generic 0 for 4s. Hazazi throwing 3 on top of it as well. Oscar also pumps it up. Out for blood. Sends it up to 9. Yep. Hazazi at 17. Oscar's attack is at 9. I think he wants to take it. He will fall to 8. Oscar's actually going to route it as well. So, was waiting on the response for the out for blood. Didn't have any. Oscar gets priority back. Goes to route. Hazazi still no responses there. We'll take 9 total and fall to 8. Now, Oscar passes away over in Hazazi, but Oscar does get a counter. So we'll see if it's the counter matters or if just the tempo takes it too far. Or it takes it too much in this matchup. It's a lot to overcome. Card advantage. Tempo. That's why Oscar just ended up just passing with that extra card in Arsenal. Has yet to play it, though. Has yet to go off in on it. There's a diehard Levia fan locally there. Not too bad. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta love it. Live it. You just gotta enjoy the hero and just send it, no matter what. Can't get wrong. The nice thing about Flesh and Blood is that a hero might not be the best, but they do still have a chance most of the time. So there always is the option for them to win. It might not be the best averages, but there is always a chance. So Oscar facing down a 3-powered attack, put 3 in front of it. And Hazazi raised reflexes to go up to 6. So Oscar took a 3, fell to 10. Fraction boulders popped after the hit. Gives this Dawnblade go again. And we have a Spoils of War to +2 and game go again. With the Dawnblade coming in for 5. Not a bad string of attacks here for Hazazi. Now he does have that go again. No resources floating, only 1 card in hand. So I don't, there's no threat of like a Command and Conquer. There's a possible Scar for Scar or Ravenous Rabble here. But maybe not. Oscar, no blocks, no reactions from either. Hazazi there might be representing the fact that he has an Iron Song response. Arsenals and passes the turn. Or it could be really anything. We don't know. I don't think it was super indicative enough to know it was an Iron Song or not. So Oscar's going in at 5. Well, who do you guys think has it? Does Oscar have it or does Hazazi? The turn player or the tempo? 8 to 5. Oscar is facing a 3-life deficit here. He's going to try to make up on this turn. Our first warrior here that doesn't respect the reactions is likely going to find themselves blown out. Always nice seeing that Cold Foil Blasphemous. Yeah, very true. It's a great looking card, to be fair. Great looking card. There was a lot of Dash in Austin's local meta. Dash is actually gaining a lot of favor. Dash is gaining favor back in the class constructed. I actually played against, when I went down to Orlando, I played against a total of 3 Dashes. Over, let's see, 5 rounds there, plus 5 rounds there, so out of 10. So I was 3 for 10 on Dash. Or playing against, 3 out of 10 of my matches were Dash. Holy smokes, trying to get that fraction things from round 1 again, It's not not quite checking out. Math was never the strong suit. So Oscar coming in naked Dawnblade for 4. Hazazi's been thinking about it. There does have to be a lot of respect here. You can't short block it. Now Hazazi has equipment still available. 2 block on the bracers guaranteed. Skullcap right now only blocks for 1, but if he takes some damage, it will block for 2. Yeah. Dash, I ended up losing all of the dash. Oh no, I won 1 dash because they over respected my potential to kill him. But the other 2 dashes I got thoroughly handed to me. The 0 to 60s and the zipper hits. I took like 23 damage in Classic Constructed, I think, on one of the turns, and I was like, well, this game is likely over. And I did not see the cards necessary to return it back. He got to go. I think he got to go first. Yeah, he got to go first. And on his turn 2, got me for 23 damage. So I was utterly and thoroughly thrashed. To be fair. All right, Hazazi, he's finalized it. He throws 3 cards on top of it, plus the bracers. So here we go. Hazazi's super respecting it. Does not want to leave himself open to getting blown out. That's a lot of block. What does that make up to 11 block there? Wow. Oscar would need to find another 8 here. He's just going to sigil, gain the 3, 8 all. So equals it back up. It would have been awesome to see Oscar potentially snipe away a block off the skull cap with that sigil. But since he still has that card there in Arsenal, is not going to be able to do that. Dawn Blade. This one's coming in for 4 from Hazazi. 2 resources floating. 1 card in Arsenal. That could be a route. Remember, he had a turn with Reprise active, but didn't have the resources available to cast it, or with Reprise not active. Didn't have the resources. Oscar, he's going in the tank about it. Yeah, I'll be happy to not see Dash exist. I think people have also overvalued Oldham's ability to block Dash in Classic Constructed. I do think Dash actually has way more legs than people give it credit for. Even Pistol Dash. People don't realize, Purifier is just too good. Right? That's the one that pumps it up. It's the induction chamber, and then the Purifier pumps it up. I had to make sure, I had to make sure to talk to the resident Dash guy. But even still you consider them paying for the shield. You're still taking cards. Yeah, thanks Austin, the Purifier there. Yeah. You get a handful of those out, and your pistol's coming in for 4 every time. All right, you can pay to block. You can pay a card to block with the shield, sure, but you're gonna be taking damage. Oh, we lose one of our guys here. 1 second here. We got a judge call there, so we'll pause it up real quick, guys, and we'll come right back. All right, had a judge call. We're getting we're still waiting on some blocks here, I guess. Ah, boy. Naked Dawn Blade for 3 coming in. Yeah, the Purifier, you swing for 4, with the pistol, and you're like, all right, pay for it. Sure, waste the card. You're still getting the cards. Like, it's still a controlled dash. Like, you don't care. You're fine with it. They can only do it a couple times. Sure, they block with the shield, right? So, like, let's say they pay for the shield, use a card from hand. They block 4. All right, so 2 cards out of hand. You rinse, reload, shoot another 4. All right. You know, shield again. There's 2. All right, now they block with a card from hand. All right, they overblocked it. Sure, whatever. So there's 3 cards from the hand. All right. You're fine with that. They're not doing anything because they're going to have 1 in there to probably put the crown down. Maybe they take 1 from the crown. But I think it has more legs because you can always follow it up with a 0 to 60s and zipper hits after that. There's nothing that says they have to only rely on the pistol. So I think it has a lot more legs than people initially gave it credit for. I know we've all seen the video, you know, I believe it was the Matt Rogers YouTube video where he's burning the dash cards because of the Oldhim shield. But you know, it turns out I've seen plenty of dashes win against Oldhim, both in Blitz and Classic Constructed. Also have this sigil. Martin. No, you're right. Don't see many of these. When Oscar's playing, though, you do see him a lot because he's always bringing the dory. To be fair, yeah. So I think people discredit what Dash can do because, like, I don't care if I do 2 pistol shots and I take out, because that's super easy to set up, and I take out like their ability to block future stuff. Okay, now all of my 0 to 60s and zipper hits now get in for free. They just physically don't have the cards to block. So, all right, so here we go. Holy big attack as I'm yapping away about match not even being played. And we have 13 over 5. Thanks to that route, sent some stuff back. Hazazi gets blown out. So Oscar gets there. Woo! Wow. Holy smokes. That is a singing steel blade into a glint, into an overpower, into a route. Pretty nasty stuff. What do you think there, producer man? That's pretty gross. How do you plan around that? How do you overblock enough to cover that? Like, let's be real. Drew the blue off glint, Oscar is telling us, so he could pay for both the overpower and the route. Wow. Hazazi said he was calculating for double overpower but couldn't plan for the route, was just dead to the route. And like, oh my god, sometimes you just die to it. But I mean, to be fair, I play Kano and it's the same kind of way sometimes where your opponent just is dead. Nothing you can do at a very healthy life total, or they think they're at a healthy life total, let's be real. But wow, what a blowout there. Well, not blowout. Hazazi tried it and Oscar just happened to get almost the nuts on a turn, and was a very, very good turn there. Hazazi almost had it. Turns out Oscar on the turn did end up getting there. Route plus overpower is the same as double overpower. Same damage, but less defense. So I always consider route an extra 3 attack because you take away 3 defense, to be fair. Oh, these guys are bantering about. Route plus overpower is 9 and -3 from the opponent, while double overpower is 12 straight up. Actually, you're right. You know what? You're actually right. See, Martin, I told you we're not good with the math over here. All right, that's why we rely on you guys to tell me what's what. Keep that in check. And then you also like the dash and CC. Yeah, shield's great, but it just isn't enough. I told you, I agree with you. I agree with you on the dash and CC, man. I do. What's this? +3 -10 versus Briar. Oh my god. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. You did put -3 though. You missed your plus, but Should be +3 -10. No.
No, it's
See,
like,
see, like how he
anywhere
did?
from 3 to 10.
Oh, anywhere from -3 to -10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. So then
Maybe I
it
should
should
put
have
some
been.
parentheses.
Yeah, you should have.
Okay.
Maybe you
Here
should have
it is.
done that.
I got it.
Yeah. So -3 -10. Yeah. Okay. All right. I see. That's fair. Yeah, but I think you're right, Martin. I actually put Dash as very competitive against the old him. I don't want to sound too crazy and say like super favored, but it probably could be. I haven't seen enough of it because old him is kind of hit or miss on people bringing it and playing it. Just because it goes to time too much, but then again, it's kind of the same thing with Dash. People are just kind of hit and miss or playing it. Their cards block. You might have to, you know. You bounce that non-attack. They're like, oh, 1 non-attack action card. I live. Nah, baby. Here's my route. Get done goofarino'd. We'll see. Well, that closed it out here for round 4. Oscar was telling us about his first edition Crucible of War woes. He's actually showing it right here. He's got the cold foil Skullhorn. He told us he paid way too much money for it. Martin doesn't think that you ever get a turn to route. You're not alive long enough to if they got 10. That's actually a very fair point. If they got those many embodiments, you're probably dead. Yeah, Austin, you're right. There's too many sets out of print. Everything is completely ninja, wizard, mechanologist are completely out of print at the moment. The only thing that's not out of print is Runeblade, Illusionist, Shadow Brute, well, Shadow Runeblade. And obviously all of the elemental heroes. It's just pretty wild. Warrior is obviously not a print because of Bolton, but I think it's not the best decision for LSS. I mean, to be fair, it's actually probably a pretty good decision for them if they want to sell more sets later, but for the health of the game. Oh, Ranger as well. Yeah, great call. Well, Elemental Ranger. To be fair, Azaleas. So I'm real scared that Kano's out of print, and like it's like I want new people to pick it up and play it, and stuff like that. But like I understand you can't have the dyes and the print runs and the manufacturing going 24/7, but there were so many issues just getting product in the first place. Like our distributor's been out of stuff forever. All over the place. Ooh, Oscar's showing off his cool gold foil. Yeah. I think you're right there, Martin. The Welcome to Wraith event at the end of January should be a lot of fun. I'm gonna try to attend what I can on that. But I do think that LSS. So we're gonna see if LSS made the right decision. This game will carry on. If they made the wrong decision, we could be some sad pupperinos here in a couple years. But hopefully not. I'm gonna work on making sure that the game sticks around. But yeah, Oscar's still showing off that. Look at this man flexing. He says, I think he says he's trading it for first edition Arcane and first edition Crucible. Was what that was what Oscar got for winning the Norwegian Nationals. So great looking card there. Hopefully, Oscar says he's not going to open it this time. He's going to keep it sealed, which is a great idea. Because his seals, his picks didn't really get there. His pulls didn't get there on the last one. But yeah, so we'll see. Everfest really has to kill it to kind of keep everything around. Just due to how much popularity Ira still has. And, that's from Crucible, Welcome to Wraith. Kano has some good popularity. Dorinthia, a lot of popularity. Like, there's a lot of these heroes are super popular, and new players are just waiting to get into the game. So we'll see. Are we ready to go on that one? Ooh, we are. I was talking long enough that we actually get round 5 already. We are still blitzing through these games. I'm gonna keep saying that until it goes out of style. Hey, sue me if you don't like it. All right, sue me. Oh no, the system fucked him. He got the double buy. Oh, we're gonna have to maybe fix that. Oh, here, hit the library real quick before they 1 second here, fella. Boys, I have a breaking news alert. Breaking news alert. Do we have a breaking news sound effect? We need one. We don't have one, but there is a Kano in this round. That's all I'm saying. Kano coming up. Get hyped. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Uncharted Realms' Friday event. It's Armory, it's Blitz, it's Kano. Tyler rocking Kano here in round number 5. So that's got me hyped. That's got me super hyped. I know you guys are hyped as well. I'm right now hoping it's another 6-0 Kano. Like, let's go, baby. Oscar, though, he's still here. He's not going anywhere. And he is actually going to mix up his equipment this time. The 2 Arcane Barrier. But you got me, myself, Brent. Not me, myself, and I this time, but me, myself, and John, or streamer to be named, sitting next to me in the awesome production studio. Excited because there's Kano. He's not as excited as I am. He's actually like kind of over it. But I love this Kano. So I believe he's rocking deep blue on the chest piece is what he said. It's all glared out at the moment, but that is his choice there. I think it's more of a budget option, but the cheap tech, I think, is what he said. But let's go. I know who you guys are rooting for, so I don't even have to ask. 2 is definitely not enough. You are right. But Oscar is going to try to rush it down. I will remind everybody that Oscar did one-shot a Kano player on turn 1. I will say that. He just had the absolute nuts, and the Kano player did not have enough block. Was stuck in hands with some E potions. I think it was an I don't remember exactly what it was, but only had enough for like, I think it was like 5 block total or something like that. And Oscar had a route, like he had just the absolute nuts turn 1 and actually one-shotted. So Tyler here, that is on stream somewhere. You can watch it back. We're not gonna clip that one and put a video out on it. Can't let my boy Kano get done gooferino like that. But Oscar gets to go in here. Tyler did not block the initial attack. Actually, there is a strategy there I will mention there, but he ended up taking some serious damage. Fell to 12. Serious damage being 3, which is a lot when you're Kano at 15. And now Tyler's he's going to activate his hero ability. He's responding to this Nourishing Emptiness, which will allow Oscar to draw an extra one at the end of the turn. It is 6 Dominate. We're going to see this going off. Tyler, generally the most classic way to banish or beat up Dorinthia if you are the turn 2 player, if you're the tempo player, is to just go 9 block out of the hand on turn 1. Don't allow any Dawnblade shenanigans here. But Tyler here, actually, he pitches a sigil or a stir. Goes Forked Lightning just for 6. Oscar, no blocks there. Doesn't want to pitch that card in his hand. We'll take 6, fall to 14. And then Tyler will block for 3, take 3, fall to 9. I'm a little bit surprised on that one. Tyler was going to draw at the end of the turn here. There was a chance to pitch a card, cycle, keep the stir in hand, draw the Forked Lightning, and potentially just stir Forked Lightning on your turn. Ooh. Potential for that, or 6 damage. I mean, tech choice here Tyler made the tech choice to go for the straight up damage instead, but he is now going to be down a stir and a Forked Lightning. Well, the stir is obviously to the bottom of the deck, but he will not see that again. So Tyler is now our tempo, gets to kind of start firing away, looking for 14 damage. Doesn't need it all right now, just 14 damage in a couple turns. Tyler pitches a Reverberate to Lessons in Lava. I see a peek and I already know what he's coming with. Going at Oscar for 4. Oscar can only block 2 of it. So that's going to be guaranteed. A guaranteed search for 2. And that's exactly what it is. Oscar's going to take 2. So Tyler will likely put a Tome of the Aetherwind on top. And continue this turn off the top with Kano. There's also a possibility he puts a Reverberate or a Chain Lightning in there. To get a card out of the hand if he had maybe a Blazing Aether in hands, because he's got 1 floating resource to be able to pay for it. I did notice that he kind of likes the Sonic Boom there. I see a Cindering Foresight and the Aether Spindle in his hand though, so it likely is not going to be the chain. It should just be the Tome, but if the other cards are red there, it's not a good option there. Oh, another Lessons! Tyler wants to use it all in one go. Hopefully he has the resources to kind of get wilder. He still has to pay for his hero ability off the top to get there. So he is going to Kano for the Lessons. He's going to cast the Lessons with the 1. So that tells me he does have the blue card in hand. Lessons for 3. I see Cindering Foresights. Oscar will block 2 of it. So I'll take 1 down to 11. So Tyler will go get a 1 for, which should be the Tome again. Tome of the Aetherwinds, but it might not be. It might not be. I would have liked to seen, I think, the Tome over the Lessons and maybe have that Lessons for later, but it's still not the worst. So I can only search out a 1 for here. Oscar's got 3 cards still in his hands, 1 in Arsenal. And he still has that courage, so he can at least guarantee 6 damage. Well, not guarantee 6 damage, but he can potentially threaten 6 damage for free. Tyler's going for a Blazing Aether. He's only done 3 damage so far this turn, so we'll just come in for 3. If he Blazing, should have definitely Tomed there. Tome would allow him to draw 2 cards off the top and continue on, but damage is damage sometimes. All right, so activates his hero ability, Blazing Aether for 3. 3 damage total there. The big thing you usually see with the Lessons is Lessons into Tome of the Aetherwind to draw the 2 extra cards and then continue off the top. You know, you think about it, you're generally going to draw, on average, you're going to draw 4 power, or 4 resources worth. I shouldn't say power. I mean, resources are your power in Wizard. Oscar prevents 1 of it, takes 2. And moves on. So not actually a bad turn here for our Dorinthia player. I thought Tyler was going to get a little bit more spicier with that, but did not have it. I think the Stir Fork Lightning combination would have probably been the best call there instead of firing it off. Now he would have missed the 6. If you think about it, Stir Fork Lightning with the Metacarpus pumps means 14. Oscar could have blocked 2 of it, so Oscar could theoretically be at 8 this turn, with the Metacarpus gone there from Tyler. But alas, it is what it is. So I think if you were trying to rock it more optimally, that's where you go. But Tyler did get cards out of the hand, so keep that in mind. He did get at least some sort of gain. Got damage and got cards out. So this attack isn't as meaty as it could have been. Oscar... Tyler's going no blocks, staring down an attack for 6. No reactions there from Tyler. No reactions there from Oscar. So then Dawnblade's going to come in for a basic 3. Now Tyler has to choose, does it go off or not? He's rocking the Talismanic Lens on top for the headpiece. No Arcanite Skullcap, so he cannot block this to just stay alive. Has to respond to it. I think, again, it's a deep blue for the chest piece here. So Oscar is most definitely threatening lethal here. And a potential to react on top of it. So if Tyler wants to stay safe, he at least needs to put 6 down. That would be 2 cards to block. And if Oscar has a route, Tyler would need a third card to block, or Tyler will get bamboozled. There is also the case to be made. Oscar can only block 4 damage, so Tyler may just go off. Yeah, exactly, Martin. This is actually why I rock... I actually don't rock Metacarpus nodes in the Warrior matchup. I rock the the Iron Rock Gauntlets and the Arcanite Skullcap with the Spring Tunic here in this matchup, because I will throw out on a Naked Dawnblade, I'll throw out just the Iron Rock Gauntlets and Skullcap to block up for 3, not triggering reprise. So I'm a big fan of that, actually, to be fair. I found that a lot of times in Blitz I don't have the extra resources available for the Metacarpus node pump a lot of the times. Now, does that come back to bite me sometimes? For sure. For sure, that does come back to bite me sometimes. But more often than not, again, I'm playing against 4 Arcane Barrier. So the extra grindiness works for me. But that is going to be to your local flavor. And however it works for your local meta. With Oscar only taking the 2 Arcane Barrier, the Metacarpus nodes is a nice option there. So Tyler with the Talismanic Lens, 1 top, 1 to the bottom. And then still needs to decide what he's doing here. He needs to find 9 damage. That's very reasonable to find for a Kano player. Tyler thinking that it might have been a mistake to do what he did on the opting, or on the lens. The 2 floating resources is very rough here for Tyler. It also, singing Steelblade into an Iron Song, or a Out for Blood or Stroke or whatever would also do it. If Tyler throws, well, let's see. If Tyler throws down 6, we could get a singing into a no, that wouldn't really help. Tyler will go off the top. He goes to Kano. There's a tome. He will have to play for it. Tome of Feindal, Spring Tunic, Tome of Feindal, or however you pronounce it. Whatever flavor variety you like there. Tyler will draw 2, have 2 resources floating. So effectively gains 2 resources is what he did. Gotta love it. That's why the tomes are awesome right there. A lot better when you can gain the cards without having to pay for it. You can gain a 3rd resource. It's like, ooh, spicy. You don't have to pitch that card to pay for it. Tyler then throws out 9 block, respecting the route against this 6 attack. Oscar says block is good. Arsenal's a card. And we'll go from there. It looks like Tyler, though, is not going to be able to. He's got 2 resources floating here. I peeked a stir. So we could easily see a win here, though, for Tyler. He doesn't have any lessons left. He does have Sonic Booms. He does have, I think I just spied 2 Voltic Bolts going to the hand, though. That will definitely not do it. Oh, no, there was a Sonic Boom in the middle there. Activates his hero ability. That's a Sonic Boom, I think. Yep. I can recognize Kano cards, baby. Let's go. All right, I'm getting too hype on that. I'm getting too wild. All right, so Tyler is representing a lot of damage now. My favorite thing is to like lessons here and get that Sonic Boom into something you stack on top. But Tyler's going to fire it off for free. Now, Oscar should pay to block all of this. He's got a lethal attack coming in. Now, Tyler still has his Storm Striders. So, this is coming from 4. Oscar can only block 2 of it. Should definitely block it. Yep. Spins the 2. Takes 2, Oscar does. Falls to 7. Tyler will check the top. It's a Stir the Aetherwinds. Got shuffled back towards the top thanks to the lesson searches, because I know that there is a Stir in Arsenal there. Tyler could have alternatively gone Stir into Forks, which would have been 7 total. Oscar would have taken 5, so he would have taken an additional 3, be at 4. I don't think Tyler now has the resources available to. Well, the Stir does. Well, the Stir would have allowed Tyler to play the Voltic Bolt from hand. Oh no, I think there was a chance there as well. if that is a red Voltic in hands, Tyler could have... Nah, he would have been a resource short, to be fair. It looks like Oscar's got this one. Sometimes stir off the top is just really bad, as we're seeing here. Tyler, unfortunately, stirred and found a stir and an energy potion. A lot of times you like to see the energy potions, but not in this scenario. Oscar's still sitting pretty fat and happy. Tyler here's trying to see what he can do with the one card. He's trying to math it out. And a Kano, and that's a Centering Foresight. That will wrap it up. So, in all honesty there, fellas, oh wait, the Sonic Boom found the stir, didn't it? Yeah, so that stir was actually for free. So you go a free stir. You go the stir. No. Tyler's actually saying he put a Blazing Aether down at the bottom, and you kind of need that. There's actually a win there here for Tyler if he didn't put that Blazing Aether. I hate to do this to him, race him out a little bit, but he put Sonic Boom on top and Blazing Aether to the bottom, with he knowing a stir in Arsenal, so he 100% could have. That was a win for Tyler. He could have stirred. Oh, I'm getting. So if my math's right, there could have been a stir out of Arsenal. Yeah, 100%. Use the Storm Striders to stir out of Arsenal to pump up your Sonic Boom, and then you do the double pump with the Metacarpus Crucible. He had the resources for it. To get pump there. You're looking at a 4, 5 plus 3, 8 Sonic Boom, right? So 3 plus 3, 6, 7, 8. One from the Metacarpus, one from the Crucible. Oscar can block 2 of it. He would take 6. What was Oscar sitting at? He was sitting at 9. Yeah, so he would take 6, and then you got the Blazing Aether on top for an additional 7, and then Oscar can only block 2 of it. So sitting at 9, takes 6, goes to 3, 7 coming in. Oscar can only block 2. That's 5. Oscar would die by 2. Or technically by 3, because he'd be at 0, -1, -2. So it definitely was the win there, but I'll let him know. I'll talk to Tyler about it. You like to see the Kano. You hate to see him lose, though. I'm going to say that. Oscar, I know that's Tyler. I'm watching on a stream. Go back to 15 Life, getting prepared for the next round. But for you guys, prepare up for the prize giveaway. The prize giveaway is coming up, so don't go anywhere. We'll get that going and round number 6, and we're just moving and grooving tonight. So let me go talk to him real quick before the next round goes up, and we'll send it back to the prize giveaway and make sure these juicy, awesome cold foil baubles go out. So it's that time of year, you know, it's the holiday season. Okay, anyways, I'm out. I'll be back for the next round. Hey everyone, and welcome to the prize giveaway. Ooh, chat's still catching up there for the overlay, but that's all right. Yeah, doesn't own the tunic because he doesn't play one. Yeah, that's fair. I know a lot of people like that. You know, the nice thing is the tunic, you can go to your local store and pick up a set in print with the tunic. Oh wait, you can't. I'm sorry. Thanks, LSS.
Maybe it'll be an ad for us.
You know why? Tunic is out of print? Because it's not played in Runeblade. That's all I'm saying. LSS wants you to play more Briar. I'm throwing that out there. What other hero are you gonna play right now? You're not playing Chain. You're not playing Prism. Oh man, Austin got an extra tune of crew. I will say that we do have a couple cases of crew still around, and I got a nice. I'm still extending the Black Friday deal on it. If anybody wants it for $360, let me know, and I'll get it your direction. We got 3 cases. We're not gonna crack them open. Don't want to split up the boxes there, but it is there. But you know, just go. Doesn't Cheerios Briar play Tunic? No, they play the I think it's the Blood Sheath Skeleton or the Iron Weave, right?
One of the things gives them like 2 resources.
Yeah, to get the 2 resources. Yeah, whichever one gives them the 2 resources for the non-attack attack. So, are you? Oh, you're ready to go for the prize giveaway. Yeah, I mean, we banked all of this time blitzing through these rounds. I'm gonna keep using it.
Yeah,
gonna keep using that. That was just too good. But all right, looks like everybody's here. If you don't see your name on the list, let us know. We did have one drop before they made the support, so I just like giving LSS grief. It made a fun game though. I'm super appreciative of that though. I gotta say that. So, are you ready to roll? How many dice are we going with today? The normal 2. What's our number, John?
I mean, I don't know.
Well, you tell me. There's that. There's that roll dice button that might tell us.
Oh, you want to click that?
Yeah. How about how many dice are we looking at?
9.
Or how much? What's our number?
9. Big number.
Is that 9? It is. I'm just messing with you. I want to.
Bro, made me.
I made you check. I made you relook at it.
Oh man! Right, did I see the dice wrong? That was the question. All right.
Sometimes I gotta do that. You wanna send it here? You want me to?
Yeah, you got it. You can count.
You want me to MC this? All right. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take my. Well, we're at 9, so I can do it on my hands. So we're good. I had to take my shoes off the other day.
Which one was this?
We went up to the 14. I don't know. This is the 4th one. No, that was 1. That was 1. All right. 2. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 more. 8. And lucky number 9, Dave. Dave got it. We'll throw an extra pack to number 9 because they didn't get the cold foil. So we'll throw you a pack. So everybody gets a pack, and our top 8 is going to get the cold foils. Cold foil baubles. Oscar uses hacks. He does. I'm telling you, Ken. He uses hacks to be on stream all the freaking time. It's table 1. There's nothing but that. The nice thing is, it's pretty good. So congrats there, Dave. Well, I guess it doesn't matter for number 1 anymore because it's not the cold foil. They're all cold foils. So congrats everybody, except Justin. I'm sorry, Justin. You just get a pack.
Your pack's gonna have a legendary.
Pack's gonna have the legendary. Yeah, it's gonna be legendary.
Or it's his fault.
Yeah. Blame somebody else. The opposite of rigged this time. I'm so sorry, Dave. This is like the 1 week Dave wins it. It's not like a spicy armory kit. Hey, but I love it. I get to give out these. They should have made cold foil. They should have made Santa Claus Oldhim, and the shield should have been like a presents bag, like a bag of presents.
That'd be pretty good.
That would be freaking a killer.
Yeah.
I would buy it. I would just buy the kit. Like, I don't know. I'd find somebody, find people doing it, and I'd be when that's the pack you get the tunic. Hey, maybe.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Although actually, probably not. Do we have any more Welcome to Raid to give out since it went out of print?
Yeah,
how many we got left? I think we got a couple packs.
Yeah,
okay, we still got some packs left to give out. All right, sweet. So we'll drop into the lobby there and get that going. For those watching for the gameplay, that's coming back at you real quick. Give us a minute to just finalize the prize support there, and then we'll come back in with round number 6, last but not least, and watch some awesome, probably Oscar action. So going there. Oh, Ken needs a 5th tunic. Get this man out of here with that. We'll catch you guys in a bit. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Uncharted Realms' Friday event. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named, and we are excited but sad at the same time because it's round number 6 of our Armory Blitz event. We hope you guys are having a great time and enjoying yourselves, as we have Roberto. He is trying to throw down against the Oscar. Oscar has been braving all of these challengers to remain our champion for now on stream as we watch his run through our events today. Oscar is looking crazy. He's going to try to face off against Briar this time on the tempo, as he's facing down a Grasp of the Arknight, making a rune chant into Exude Confidence. So still staring down 4. That will mean Oscar's not going to be able to use any defense reactions this turn. I don't think he does have these Steel Blade Shunts, but likely won't play them. So I hope you guys are still with me. I hope you guys are still having fun. A little sad because Kano didn't win the last match. I was real sad about that. So unfortunately, it is what it is. But, you know, Tyler gave it a really great shot. And he is doing super well. Oscar's going to block up enough there for 4. Uses equipment to do so, actually. So he liked his hands. Only had to cycle 1 card out. And he will be our tempo player. Who do you have? Do you have the Oscar or do you have the Briar? Or excuse me, do you have the Roberto? The Warrior or the Briar? I think I'm going to go with the Warrior here again. Oscar is a very good player, but just Warrior on the tempo turn is super strong. Something to keep in mind there. They get to play the mind games, and sometimes the mind games get a little bit crazy. Dave trying to play CC and Blitz at the same time. Oh no, yeah. Oh no, Dave had the bye this round. Dave had the bye, so that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Love it. So Oscar got his 3 damage in, sends Roberto down to 17. Well, Oscar will then fire off with his ability on the refraction boulders. Whenever a weapon you control hits, you may destroy them. If you do, the attack gains go again. You do not have to destroy them to put them on the chain. They will always make the chain whenever a weapon hits, and then you choose to destroy them through the resolution of the refraction boulders ability. Something to keep in mind, Nick. Combos off with the Steel Blade Supremacy sometimes to see what card you draw first before you go ahead and decide you want to give that go again. But Oscar here had a plan. And the plan was hit and run to give an additional +1 because this is he's already attacked with a weapon his turn, and to give this Dawnblade go again. So 5 go again. We may see a tried and true Nourishing Emptiness turn here from Oscar. This is what this screams to me. Roberto thought for a half a second and throws out 4. No reprise trigger here. That's all in equipment. Oscar, no reactions. Roberto, no reactions. Gets the 1 damage. That means that Dawnblade's going to get a counter. And with the go again, Oscar does the Nourishing Emptiness. Yeah, I love to see it. Oscar, this is going to have Dominate. 6 Dominate, thanks to the fact that there's no attack action cards in Oscar's graveyard. And it will, if it hits, the hero is going to gain +1 until the end of turn. Roberto's equipment is still on the... No, it's not on the chain thanks to the hit and run. No, it is. It is because he just blocked the last attack with it. So the Grasp and the Blood Sheath is still on the chain. Will not be available to chip away in the block. Likely still wouldn't have made any block there. Roberto takes the 6, falls to 10. Oscar draws 5. What a great card. You love to see it. It's... Nourishing Emptiness, an awesome tech generic out of Monarch that fits very well in the Dorinthia, the Dawnblade Dorinthia, and the Kano matchup. So that's, I mean, honestly, there you go. That's why I like it, because, you know, it just fits in the Kano for free. Now, you know, barring that, whatever, we'll go back into Roberto's turn. He is going to Plunder Run out of Arsenal, means +3 through the Ball Lightning, which means this is a 6 go again for 0. If it hits +1, Oscar is likely going to want to block the 6 here. Now, Roberto's going to have a very spicy turn because of this. This is going to be pretty wild. Now, we look over at Roberto's equipment. He is rocking the Hope Merchant's Hood, a tech head variety there that will allow him to shuffle any number of cards from his hand back into his deck and draw that number. So you can cycle out bad turns. Big fan of that. Been considering rocking it in the Kano. But now that the that Ragamuffin's got graciously introduced thanks to the Italian nationals, may not be worth the Hope Merchants anymore, and just do the Ragamuffins instead. Roberto comes in with the Ball Lightning on the same chain for 2. If this hits, it'll do +1/+1, so potentially up to 4. Oscar, though, he just throws Courage in front of it, and he wants to block it. Arcanic Shockwave here. It's going to be fused, so that's going to be 3 Arcane. 3 Arcane in total. Oscar doesn't have any Arcane Barrier available right now, so it takes the 3. Falls to 6 down. Roberto will make 1 embodiment there correctly, because the ball lightnings add up. And so coming in for 4. If it hits, Roberto will draw a card. This does not have Go Again at the moment, but there is Snapdragon Scalers there in Roberto's equipment zone, as he points out there helpfully. Oscar's going to take a second to think about it. Remember, he drew 5 cards, so he still has 3 cards in hand. And has a health advantage by 6. So he could look to take this, but that Plunder Run enabling this draw might encourage Oscar to say, hey, I'll throw a card in a Brave Forge in front of it and block this all up. Prevent the draw effect, force you to have another 0/4 card. Oscar, that's exactly what he does. Brave Forge in the Steel Blades or a Sharpened Steel from hand to block it up. So Roberto comes in, Lightning Surge for 4 if it hits up to 6 because of the double bolt lightnings. Now, it does not have Go Again because it did not come out of Arsenal. It came out of the hand, I believe. So the draw effect now from the Plunder Run is not as scary. So just 6 is what you see. I think Oscar's going to take it. That's exactly what it does. No blocks. That'll turn it 10 to 10 for both players. Roberto will make an additional embodiment, draw a card, and will be able to Arsenal that. Sends it right there. Gotta love raising your intellect. That's what the Arsenal does for you. It's a nice way to situationally raise your intellect. So you gotta love it. Gotta love the Arsenal zone. So Oscar, he just has to get through 2 embodiments, not the craziest in the world. Only has the 2 cards to work with though in hand now. But that Nourishing Emptiness making the 5. Oscar starts with the Courage, making all of his sword attacks cost 1 less. Dawnblade only costs 1, so it's free. You love to see it. Representing 4 damage here on the naked Dawnblade. Not naked anymore. Has a counter of clothing. Yes, as you know, I mean, it's covering it too. Look at that. Look at the dice. It's like, hey, you know, maybe that's how you sharpen it up with that +1 counters. That's the thematic. Nah, nobody cares about that. To be fair, like I'm getting themey with it. You know, it's the holiday season. You gotta expand a little bit. So I'm getting disapproving looks though. You know. Disapproving looks. We haven't been too crazy with the puns today. I will say that. I haven't been too crazy. Oscar, after Roberto's no blocks, into the reaction phase goes Glint. Get a Go Again. No draw effects on that one, but is hunting for counters. Dawnblade's going to come in again for another 4. 1 card in hand, no floating. So if Roberto puts if Roberto puts Oscar on the Iron Song, he needs to block with a card from a hand. He does not put him on it. Says he's going to take the risk. Block 2. No reactions from either player. Roberto will take 2. So Roberto thinks that is an Iron Song. Actually, no, excuse me. Roberto's actually pretty safe there. I'm sorry. Iron Song requires Reprise a trigger. So Roberto actually played that effectively, played that very well. There was actually not much risk there at all. Excuse me. I had confused myself a little bit, but no, there was, Roberto was very safe in that situation, effectively used his equipment as well, and gets to start his turn with a Sting of Sorcery. Remember, Oscar does not have any Arcane Barrier until he has less life, and then he has to pitch 3 for it. So this could get super spicy. So Sting into Nimblism. That's going to pump up his next attack by 3 and create an embodiment of lightning, and also give his next attack Go Again thanks to Briar's special ability. Roberto goes E-Strike, putting a card from bottom. He's gonna pump it up, not choose to draw it. Likes the card in hands enough. So 1 Arcane off the Sting of Sorcery. Gives Roberto an embodiment of Earth. A lot of times for Runeblade, you see the draw a card because most of the Runeblade cards are 0 for 4s in general, or ball lightnings and other stuff like that. That might not necessarily be up to 4, but kind of get there with their effects. So you a lot of times think, okay, 5 plus 2 makes 7, but an E-Strike 0 for 5 and then another card 0 for 4, you have a better chance of drawing a card. But Oscar blocked up the E-Strike, and then Roberto went Ravenous Rabble, only coming in for 2 thanks to the blue on top. That's another sting on top. And so Oscar sneaks out of this turn at 6 life. Did not take up too much. Now Roberto did get 3 embodiments, but Oscar's still pretty healthy, to be fair, all things considered. Gets to go Dawnblade for 5 thanks to the double counters. Doesn't even have to pump it up. So you love to see it. Now with 2 resources floating, Roberto definitely has to respect this. Roberto blocks for 5, leaves himself open to not to an overpower, but to a route. If Oscar has it. Oscar's considering. It's a Razor Reflex to pump by 3. So Roberto will fall to 1. Oh boy, this is getting wild. You know, there's actually a line of thought there that Oscar does not, since he knows that sting is on top in hand, that he maybe doesn't raise his reflex this attack and keeps his life total high enough, or keeps Roberto's life total high enough for Oscar to potentially use the skull cap. Something to consider. Something to consider there. That could have potentially saved Oscar a life on the block and potentially a life on some arcane. So Tome on Roberto's turn into a Sting of Sorcery means another embodiment of lightning into Ravenous Rabble. Does Oscar get lucky again? Does he see a blue? It is. It's a blues captain's call. Oscar might be able to sneak out of this turn too. 1 arcane. Oscar has to take all arcane. And then Ravenous Rabble for 2. So if Roberto can get Oscar down to 2, he can win on the back of a Rosetta Thorn alone. Oscar goes no blocks on this 2. That actually leaves... No, Oscar's pretty safe on that one. Now Roberto's just going to come in with the Thorn. Considers. If he attacks with the Thorn, Oscar's can Steel Blade Shunt. That's what's keeping Roberto back. He's thinking about it. This could be crazy. Oscar says, of course. And Oscar's not one to lie normally. Oh, man, but maybe the mind games. That's what you love about the Dorinthia matchup. You love the mind games. So Oscar gets to go into his turn with 4 cards in hand. There's absolutely no way Dorinthia does not take it here, I don't think. The 2 embodiments for Roberto, though. If Roberto's looking at 3 non-attack action cards, he could, but if Oscar pulls cards out... Oh, yeah, he did have a shunt. He did. Damn. I told you, Oscar doesn't lie about it. Let's be real. Oscar didn't even arsenal that one, too, you know? Could have got spicy with it. But, man, he did call it out. You'll love to see it at the end. Oh, gosh. You'll love that hypeness. Oscar showing the 3 cards in hand. Yeah, Roberto's not thrilled about it. Woo, but Roberto, he didn't attack on the last one with the Thorn wisely. So he called it right. Roberto thinks he's dead on no matter what due to how many cards in hand and the resources floating. Roberto blocks 8 off of embodiments and leaves himself wide open to a singing or double pump. Stroke puts it up to 8. Oscar will draw a card and put 1 back on top or bottom. Puts it on top. And then he routes it. And that's it. Oscar comes in for 11 over 4. And we'll take it. Roberto guessed right. But at the end of the day, could not survive through it. I think he would have need pretty much to block all cards from the hand and lightning press there. That's not gonna do it. So, boy, wow, Oscar gets it there, probably on the back of that nourishing, as he's actually mentioned it to his opponent. Nourishing is just about the deal breaker for every deck that plays it. It's a lot of times a win. And the Rabbles for 2. Yeah, the Rabbles both hitting blues is kind of what you put Oscar at -4, but Oscar actually won it. Roberto was the one at minus. Let's give Oscar there we go. We got there. Roberto took the L. Oscar took the win in a very, very spicy finish. Now, we would have loved to have seen the Steel Blade Shunt victory, to be fair. Would have loved to have seen it. But Roberto actually called it. He called it a little psychic there. And, you know, you look at Oscar's health total and you think those double Ravenous hitting blue means that, what was that? 4 damage was left on the table. And that would have, that could have done it. Oscar's sitting at 3, so something to keep in mind there. Sometimes you just get lucky too, but gotta love it. Oscar takes an undefeated streak here. Unfortunately, Kano couldn't knock it down. Neither could Briar, but it was a great games there and a great event. I gotta say it. I had a great time. I hope you guys did too. But that will close it out for us here tonight. So I had a great time. Catch us again. Come and join me on Sunday. That's in 2 days tomorrow, or 2 days, Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Out of the Box Gaming's Armory Classic Constructed event. So that should be a lot of fun. Get to see the CC. Hopefully there's some Kanos in there as well. I know there'll be a couple Briars, but a lot of good tech. There was a wide variety of heroes up for grabs, and these cold foil baubles looking great. So hope you all had a good time. I know I did. I know producer man, you know, gave me some disapproving pun looks, but hey, you know what? You got to do that sometimes. But on behalf of myself, John, and James, we appreciate you guys for coming out. We appreciate you guys for being here, and we appreciate you guys having a good time. So we wouldn't be here without you guys, and you know, it looks like you guys are enjoying it, and we love to see that. So take it easy, and we'll catch you next time.